Hello, and welcome to Slay the Spire, one of my favorite collectible card game roguelikes that exist out there. Further on, I'll probably play some modded, but for now, I'd just like to hop in with some basic, no ascension, ironclad, get you guys familiar with what's going on around here. I know that a lot of people who are going to come for Slay the Spire know Slay the Spire, but, well, some people won't. So we're going to start out with the Ironclad. He's kind of your generic warrior class. He heals a little bit at the end of every fight, so there's a little bit of room for error when you're doing some battles. This is Nemu, I believe is his name, giant friendly whale that helps you at the start of some runs. You have to have succeeded a little bit in your previous run for him to help you out. I'm going to grab 3 random potions. Regen potions, I get a bit of extra health, and more random potions. That's not bad. A couple of heals offhand, and so I've got my passive healing each fight. I've got regen, so if I need to do some sustained healing, and then I've got a burst healing in a pinch. And when I've drank those, I can drink that to refill my potions. Right out of the gate, that's actually a pretty solid run in my opinion. I tend to like going for question marks a lot of the time. Events are really interesting. They change the flow of gameplay and give you access to lots of neat stuff. But I'm kind of liking the look of this run here. A couple of events, a few fights, bonfire, mid-boss. Trying to see if there's a shop further up I could find. I could probably go from here across. So yeah, let's give that one a shot and see how we do. The Ironclad's got some basic stuff that it starts out with. The ability to do a strike to hurt, to do basic damage and defense. Everyone starts with strikes and defense. I like to pop these guys, waste their defense in the first turn. He's going to hit me, I'm going to take 1 damage, so I don't really care, because I've got that 6 healing. Then I'd have to drop 2 cards to kill him anyways. I'm just going to hit him with that to get him out of the way. And then go for the strike just to chip away at the last guy. He's just debuffing me, so I'm not too worried. Yeah, I'm doing less damage while he's doing that, but I can finish him off in 1 hit here, take the 1 damage, heal it back up. Our deck consists of hit things with normal attack, defend a little bit, and hit a little harder as our start off, but I would like to move towards... I'm going to replace some of our basic block cards probably with armaments and upgrade armaments itself. This will allow our other attacks to be more effective for the rest of the fight, as long as they're in our hand when we use armaments. For example, gain that 5 block, and we're going to upgrade. We could upgrade this to turn it into a 1-shot to kill him. Or we can bring this up, get a handful of vulnerable, which is a status effect that will help us out by making the enemy take more damage in the future. Now they're both doing debuffs, so this is partially wasted by the fact that I have a block, but I'm going to actually chip him to get rid of him out of the way. We're only going to have 1 vulnerable left on him, but that should be enough for us to bash and strike him to death. Still no damage taken, they're sustained. I'm going to abandon the 20% heal to grab the Distilled Chaos, because that seems like it could just be fun in a pinch. Swordsman Boomerang, I don't have a lot that hits more than 1 target at this point, so grabbing something to ping off seems good. I'm going to skip the trap. I know the Golden Idol help us save up. Actually, we're getting it pretty early. Yeah, I'm going to take it. I will take the... I'm going to take 20 damage so I can drink that potion next round, get it out of the way. I know that it's not hugely beneficial to take a chunk like that, but I can handle it now. And then I'll actually, because I'm already planning on healing, I'll take the extra damage there, get a bit more healing, bump up our cash reserves early on. Armaments buff my strike, so that strike's good, a bit better for the rest of the fight. And we'll boom, boom, boom. Drink our regen so that we're ticking up that health. And he's going to hit us for 6. So I'm going to block so I only take 1 of it, and then apply vulnerable to him so I can cut him down a little bit faster in the future. Bring up armaments, upgrade another strike, and chip at him again. We're going to take a bit more of a hit here than last time, but again, we do still have that one heal at the end. Finish him off here. It wastes a little bit of our regen, because it goes away at the end of the mission. But it's only 3 health, and I think he'd do more hurt to us than we'd gain from that by the end. I'm going to skip these. None of these look... Perfected Strike is great, but the cost doesn't outweigh the expense, the upgrade for me. Now I'm going to upgrade armaments, so now instead of just upgrading the one guard, it'll upgrade everything in my hand. And we're going into a boss fight with Gremlin Knob. With Gremlin Knob, our main goal is just going to be to chip away at him as fast as we can before he can ramp up. We don't use too many skills. We're going to use one to buff him here. But luckily, that one expense, it upgrades a fair few of our abilities. So hopefully we can chip away at his health faster and faster than he can chip away at ours. Big bonk here. I'm gonna... Ooh, he's real close to getting me, but the vulnerability finishes him off. We got a blue candle. Which would allow us to spend 1 HP to get curses out of our hand, making it safer to take curse cards or situations to give us curses. We expended the potion, we can grab the fear. Cleave seems a lot better than Sword Boomerang when you look at it innately, but Sword Boomerang can hit the same enemy a bunch of times instead of different targets, where Cleave just sweeps the group. And a lot of boss fights have singular target enemies, so I'd rather the multi-hit over the one big Cleave. And I'm going to skip over True Grit. It doesn't seem like it's adding anything that I need. We're going to go left here. The lack of offensive options here is unfortunate. I'm going to pop the front louse and take a little bit of damage here, unfortunately. It has been a fair while since I've played, so hopefully I don't embarrass myself too much here. If I had just attacked 3 times, I probably would have actually cleared that, but that's okay. He's hoping we get a bit more healing coming up. We don't have any other way to draw just yet, so a free draw might be nice to give us something else. And here's hoping we get something good from our loot box. Well, that's kind of pointless because we're about to spend money, but hey, we'll get a little bit of, we'll get 24 gold out of that. Or we could pivot, I guess. We could divert off, save our wealth for later on. I'm kind of feeling weak where I am, and I do still want to fight a mid-boss, but I've got one here instead. I think I'll veer to the right, take the mystery machine with the extra question marks, assuming I survive. I'm not a huge fan of the slaver. They can be actually a little more dangerous than they look, because they ramp up, if memory serves, if you let them, or they debuff you so they self-ramp up. But bullying and knocking him out quickly should resolve the problem. You can do some pretty good block builds using Body Slam. Build up your block and use it as a weapon instead of just focusing on aggression. I'll risk the HP. Those upgrades are good. And like I said, I'm a little rusty. Going in on this on 25 HP is not the greatest. And with a Lego Bullet, it's probably going to take me down. Especially given that I have no real way to burst out 100 damage. But we guess we can take our Chaos Potion. That got us a bash off, and it gave us our draw, I guess, which is interesting. I may as well drink the Entropic Brew, see if we get anything neat out of it that could save our lives. We're 5 off of being able to defend ourselves here. But nothing that we do now will really change anything, so we'll just tank these 5. Bring us down to 20. Pop armaments again. Pop defense. I should have drank one of those potions. That was a mistake. I'm going to drink the power potion, see if we can change anything here. Metallicize. Give us some defense at the end of our turn. And I will actually bulk up here just to tank this blow, so hopefully we can come out the other side of it a little bit better. 12, 9, 9, so that's 18, 30, 40 damage. 26 health. Bash him. Strike him. Nah, it doesn't look like we're getting this one off. Oh well. We will be very low after this, but that's... well, it's not okay, but it's what we got. Deal 4 on the stand. Block attack damage. So that'll be good to pair with our multi-hit. Block potion. Hopefully save our lives. And spot weakness might be able to bulk out a hit that we wouldn't normally be able to use. Go left here. The thief might actually kill me, which is really unfortunate. Again, I should have drank one of those defense potions. I'm going to drink the block potion here so he doesn't hurt me, but he's still going to pinch some coins when he hits me. I'm going to drink the +5 dex this turn, so that's enough to defend me. Go battle trance. Boom, boom, boom. And then I guess the strike, he'll hit us, hit our defense evenly, and then I'll finish him off with a strike. Get our cash back. This money isn't going to mean much if we die. Can only be played if it... Again, none of those actually seem all that appealing to me. The Ironclad isn't really my main character that I play. I tend to play other individuals. We have that thing that's just like curses. I just want money. We've already, in my head, I've probably already lost this. So being able to just make a pinch of cash is nice. I'll drink that right off the bat. Spot weakness is doing nothing. No point in blocking. So we just bash him, smack him. This is a slightly more manipulatable boss than others. I need to be able to do 11 damage to him after his initial 9 here. So if I start with this to break his shield, and then hit him with that, now he's gone into his defensive mode. I can't do much about this here. He's got a lot more armor than I can hurt. And now I would take chip damage when hitting him. So I will throw a defense up and smack him, because I want to make sure that my defense is better than his output, at the very least. So he's hitting me for... He's like a monster. So that's 16, so I'm actually going to take a little hit here, but I'm going to still chip at him a little bit. No point in drawing. Now he's up again with that 40. I've got to chip through the status effect here if I want to get him to transform. There's 20 of it. He's going to hit me for 20 damage though, so that's going to bring me down 13, bring me to 24. That's going to hit me, so 22. Or if I bash to apply the vulnerable, bring in the slash, he'll transform, but I've chipped a little under that at least. With that 9, yeah, I'll bring the defense up, but I'm still going to hurt myself against his shield quite a bit. But at this point, I really do want to be trying to punish while he can't attack. Down to 15. He's at half. I don't really have much in the means of... I don't think three strength is going to do me any better than throwing out a block. Oh, then that's 3 permanent strength, though, so I'm going to grab that, so hopefully it helps me later. He'll do 16 here, so I should be able to actually keep myself alive. 50 is our goal. So he's got no vulnerability, but I'd be expending 1, where this is 36 damage. So either way, I'm not hitting him for clear. He's got me. I'm just not sure on the math if this will save me or not, so that's the one I'm going to pick. It does not. And that is the end of our first little run here. But because of how quick that was, I am going to do a second run on a character I'm a little more familiar with, and a character that I like a little bit more. Again, it has been a fair while since I've really played this game. I never really got that far into it. Yes, I did and I didn't. I often played modded and got a lot of things that don't work in the base game, so that's why I'm coming into this as the base game here, so I can relearn these mechanics and re-figure everything out before diving into all the chaotic and crazy things you can do in this game. Hello. Choose. I'm going to pick a random common relic. Every 10th attack you play deals double damage. Keeping that in mind could be really good for this character. We're going to work our way up. I don't want that immediate shop. I don't think we're going to have money for it. And, yeah, having a fortune at the end of the last game was funny, but I think we're going to go up here. I'm not seeing that many question marks. There's a good stint of them there. We'll probably take that route. No, here, up. There we go. Okay. So we gotta remember that every 10th does double. I'm gonna just pop him. No point in taking damage on this character when I can avoid it. It definitely wasn't the greatest choice of mine to be so open to the damage last game either. Just some defense and self buffs there. Weaken the enemy. And now we're just going to strike twice and kill him. And that plus 10, that 10 accumulates. It doesn't go away just because of the end of our fight here. I think I want to go for poison. I enjoy poison games like these because it's a good way to accumulate, and big numbers are always fun. I'm going to apply my poison here, and then stab the front runner twice. Damage him and weaken him, then we'll block, and we'll strike, and the poison will chip him some more. Re-up the poison, but also kill him with stabbing anyways, because why waste time with what you've got in your hand? Cash, Gambler's Brew, discard and redraw, okay. And let's double down on that poison. Poison is something that takes a bit of investing from what I've noticed. I'll sack a bit of my health to remove a card, and I'm going to get rid of... a block. One of the basic defense isn't going to be the difference between life and death a lot of the time here. But keeping my opponent thoroughly poisoned, I would imagine will. And the logic here is the less I have in my deck, the less that is in the way of me drawing the cards that I want. So by getting rid of that defend, I can try to ensure that I've probably got poison in my hand somewhere each turn. Obviously I don't this round, but as we go on. There we go. Similar card to the potion I've got here. But I'm going to go with the dagger throw because it gives more utility. Out the box, kill that guy, because that was our double damage. And then we're going to strike for 6 and defend for 8, discarding our regular defend as our way of paying for it. I'm drop poison there, crippling poison for both. I'm taking unnecessary hits here. That was a mistake. But hopefully I should be able to recover without too much issue. Gonna go acrobatics. That draw and discard again kind of feels nice. I do want to upgrade either. I'm gonna upgrade Crippling Cloud so it poisons more to the area of enemies. Yeah, I'll drop 2 to get this. So I'm dropping 20 gold to buy 2 potions, draw and randomize the costs, and when you would die, heal to 30%. Cool. So that's a fairy in a bottle, so reference to Legend of Zelda, I'm pretty sure. That'll keep us going a little longer. But we want to engage with the elite. Even though we use skills, yeah, this is actually quite dangerous. He's a big threat. If I don't get him whittled down pretty quickly, I'm pretty sure he'll take me down without much issue at all. Randomized costs in my hands is neat, but it can be bad. Skills. So we're going to start with attacks instead of skills because skills buff up his attack. He does more hurt every time we do a skill. See, with that poison, his damage went up. But getting that additional poison in there is important. I'm willing to let his scale a bit as I'm working on keeping myself from taking the hits. But it's really a narrow playing field you gotta keep to try to keep him from becoming overwhelming. That 20 is spooky, can't deny it. So now he's down to 24. I'm going to take a 20 hit, so that's like a third of my health. I can drink the Gambler's Brew. Hopefully I get something out of it. Oh, fuck it. Whoops, I accidentally just did nothing with that. Misplay. But Gremlin Knob is defeated, and we can move on with the day. Whenever you rest, heal an additional 15. It means that resting is way more tempting than it normally would be for me. I'm going to go with the Tools of the Trade. Hopefully that'll allow me to move stuff through my gear a little bit faster. Whenever you return to a shop, heal 15. I'm going to risk taking the 5 hit to stack up that poison and chip through him quickly. I do have that backup heal, that revive. So I'm actually going to let him chip me a little bit here. Because I think that a couple of hits from him is better than a long, sustained fight. And now we're done. Something that benefits from our poison status effect sounds good. I'm probably going to take the rest depending on how Bane upgrades. Yeah, I'm going to go back and I'm actually going to take that heal, bringing us all the way up to like 60. Yeah. Poison them all. Then I'm going to dagger throw here, discard that. Because they're not attacking immediately. I think I can get this front one dealt with before he becomes a problem. Take a little pinch there, but we'll use Bane just because we just got it. Shiv builds are very fun. I would love to come back and do a Shiv build where I'm throwing... Actually, I'll grab a 1 just because having good consistent damage output should be able to help me. I'll anger the mushrooms. I'll fight some more of these guys. They weren't too bad. It's more of them now than it was, but... Oh, what can you do? We're gonna poison this guy. Oh, that was kind of a mistake. I should have poisoned one of the other ones that are actually hurting me. I don't have much in the way of the defense this turn, so I'm actually going to drink my block potion, which parries them well. Use Bane, and then a strike so that the poison kills him. At least deal with him as a problem. Now we're basically at the first fight again. On death applies vulnerable, so I did take a little bit of damage there because the previous one, because the first one I killed actually hurt me. Drop a defend. We'll also use neutralize and strike to finish the target, and we'll actually use a defend here to block part of the damage there. No real point with the infinite blades for this one. We are going to get him set up, give him a stab, move on to the next turn. Neutralize, strike, dagger throw. But because we finished that mission, we get the odd mushroom. So vulnerable, it doesn't affect us as much. We get a skill potion. Let's just get a random skill potion, random skill spells card later on. But I think that'll be that for there. Mystery. I'm gonna grab a relic. We got Matryoshka. The next two non-boss chests you open contain 2 relics. So we actually get more loot out of further chests later on. I know I said I wasn't going to. I'm actually going to grab this, make it innate, get it out of my deck, but give me the daggers that I want. So I can constantly be chipping. Yeah, I guess we just give him a whack here. Nice to see the same boss twice in a row. Means that I get a chance at redeeming myself slightly. Throw that, and we can discard Bane. So we can discard Regret. Get our Shiv in there. And since he's poisoned, we drop Bane. He transforms. At this point, I'm going to say it's not really worth... sure, I'll throw that at him, but it doesn't do anything. Transformation comes over. He's got his defensive hide on. I'm going to use... I'm going to use this to make him weak so he doesn't hurt me as much. And because it's an effect and not an attack, I don't actually get the poison. I'm going to leave that there, because the 4 damage doesn't seem worth it against his 3 to me. Yeah, and I'll set up Tools of the Trade for next turn, so that when I get it again, I can just use it for free. Just like that. Now I can neutralize to make my enemy weaker. Unfortunately, it really does... Actually, the Shiv makes good discard fodder for that ability. Draw 3, discard 1. Doesn't really matter. And now we discard a card. We're going to ditch that. Apply our poison. Apply our Bane. Give him a Shiv. He's going to hit us for 12. We still got the fairy in a bottle, but I'd rather save that if I can. I'll throw up the block to eat almost half of his damage. And for our discard, we're going to discard one of our regular strikes here. And we're going to shiv him twice to bring him down to 1 point there, followed by a dagger throw. We'll set ourselves up with a free strike, and end our turn. Card to discard. I'm going to toss away acrobatics for this one. I will Follow that by poisoning him, defending myself twice, and using my free poker. He's going to get 2 damage off on me here. Choose a card to discard. Discard regret. So this is our 10th attack, so this one's doubled. Yeah, so we'll use Bane, because it's the doubled attack. We should have used something else first, I think. Oh well. Should have brought up some defenses first before hitting him. But we get a full heal after killing the boss, so I'm a little okay with some of the mistakes I've made. With 31 health left, I'm hoping I can hyper-aggression him down right now. And now that I don't see any more red on his bar, I know my poison's got him taken care of. And we may not have thrived, but we survived. We're going to take unload so that I've got an option when I just need to dump something. And I'm actually going to use the empty cage to remove a couple more of those regular defends. I'm not a high tier player of this game. I'm not somebody who's figured out all the mechanics and combinations and how everything works. But I'm going to follow this right path here. Infinite Blades, Deadly Poison, and I'll put up a defend. I don't have much to cover myself. I will need to get something to compensate for the defenses I'm stripping. But, it's more advantageous in my mind to prevent them from hurting me by overwhelming them. This instance I'm taking a bit more hits than I should. I'm rusty. I have a lot of remembering to do with this game. Yeah, taking 14 damage in the opening fight of Act 2 is not the most thrilling thing. I'm a little disappointed in myself there. But hey, maybe if I stick with this and you guys come along with me, I'll get better as things go. I'm gonna grab Flying Knee. It's basically free, but I'm spending my energy next turn. Coming into our first shop. I'm gonna grab Twisted Funnel and another poison card to re-up on that poison. I'm gonna pay to remove one of my basic strikes. And because I know I'm not gonna have money by there, yeah, I'm gonna go left here instead. Infinite Blades. Get Tools of the Trade right off the bat to Dagger Throw. Doesn't seem to matter. Didn't have anything to defend myself with, so we're gonna eat 10 damage here. Sacrifice Regret. Poison. Crippling Cloud. Bring up to 15 poison. Weakener. Give her a Shiv. You know the deal. She got to debuff on me. Choose a card to discard. We're gonna ditch. She's again not hurting. She's again not attacking this round, so I'm not gonna worry about having defends on hand. And with that Shiv, she'll die from the poison. $14 damage to all enemies, discard one attack. One card at random, sounds great to me. So they've all got the basic poison there. I'm actually not going to worry about the Infinite Blades here, because Infinite Blades, all non-attack cards, deal 14 damage, discard all non-attack cards. Oh, my misunderstanding. My thought there was that this will do 14 damage for each card it discards. It doesn't say that, so I shouldn't assume that. But, building up our poison across these boys. 4, 4, 4. They're gonna hit me for 12. So I'm actually gonna quickly build that up, build up my defenses. Front guy's already dead, so I don't care about him anymore. But I guess we could all-out attack, hit all of them. Let's go neutralize. I don't have much in the way of defense, and I almost don't want to spend that, so I'm going to use this. Flying knee. And then all-out attack is not going to kill anybody new, but it should put them all in threatened range from their poison. Nice. Get a swift potion, means we can draw when we're in a pinch. I'm gonna grab the upgraded terror. We'll open this with a flying knee, so we have that extra energy next turn. Double our damage on our throw-in dagger, so we can discard that. And it's hard to want to defend, because it's 21 damage, I'm bringing it only down to 16, where if I smack him for 14, I'm bringing myself closer to the end of the fight. I'm going to draw here. That didn't really give me anything that I wanted. Poison is 5, then 4, then 3, then 2, then 1 damage, so it's ever so slightly more than all-out attack would be right now over the course of the fight. But yeah, that hurts. I am lacking in the defensive department for sure. And Bane. But he's poisoned, so the poison will finish him off. Nicely done. Gambler's Brew again. I didn't use it to very good effect last time. Maybe I will again. If I've discarded a card this turn, if I discard a card a turn, that becomes free, so that can be something to sit on. I do have lots of stuff for healing, but I want to start upgrading cards. And then again, that's only ever so slightly more. What about you? Yeah, I'm going to heal up just because I took some unnecessary hits. I don't think this is the run that's going to get me to the end game, but I'm going to take the Jack's Relic. Start each combo with 3 strength. At the end of your first turn, lose 3 strength. So the very first turn, everything out of the box does a bit more damage. I'm going to just loot them. I'm not interested in their key, and I know that I've got another shop up here. Or their knife. Not interested in their knife. Every 3 turns, get an extra energy, and Merchant restocks cards and relics potions, all prices are reduced by 20%. Nice. So when I get there, that 200 bucks I've got will stretch a little bit further. Ooh, this is always an interesting fight. I always try to prioritize the backline healer because she can definitely keep him alive for longer than his natural staying power. And with my current setup, getting her out of the fight immediately is not difficult. However, he is now kind of the sole focus, and hopefully we can deal with him before he becomes too much of a problem. Got some defenses, got him weakened. We're going to take a little chip of his hit here. But we did recover nicely when we rested, so that's always good. We're going to make him weak and exhaust that, poison him a bit. And I don't know if that counts as a discard or not. It does not. Okay. So something becoming exhausted does not make it discarded. I'm gonna grab setup though, because I think setup in combination with Sneaky Strike might be good. And I'm gonna make setup itself free. Yeah. get a merchant directly in front of my other merchant. I'm not seeing anything here that will directly affect my poison. Oh. Interesting. Deals 6 poison when the enemy dies, apply damage equal to its max HP. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Corpse Explosion, because I think I can make that work. I'm gonna grab Caltrops as well, but I'm gonna save my extra $100 for this merchant. And getting the meal ticket means that I've healed 30 health by tapping these two merchants, and that feels pretty good. And I'm also going to grab Sadistic Nature, I believe. I was thinking about Deadly Poison. Oh, I don't have the money for it, so I'm going to grab the Deadly Poison instead. So now we've got 3 poison cards, so I can hopefully play them more reliably. I will set myself up... Oh, wait, actually. I will set myself up to play this for free, but my opening attack with that pen nib, opening 34, so good. Then the 9 here brings him almost within lethal range. Put a defend up. I could have used Infinite Blades, but again, I don't think that's going to matter here. We're going to kill these guys pretty quickly. Deadly Poison on him. Crippling Poison across the board. Deadly Poison on the back. And then I'll put up my defend, because I'm pretty sure... Yeah, these two are going to live, but not much longer. Just spook him for no good reason. You know, sometimes it's fun to just petty shin kick your foe. No, I'm gonna hold on to that. And then we'll go here, and because we've got such full health, I'm gonna make sure to smith something. I think I'll smith that corpse it's expensive. I'm gonna smith that Caltrops, because it's every time I take a hit. So when enemies have multi-hit, oh, the champ. When enemies have multi-hit, it becomes more of a significant boon. So we've got the Fairy in a Bottle, which will help us survive this, because I'm pretty sure he's going to kill me. And we've also got the Gambler's Brew in case I get an absolutely useless hand. Oh. Should have put that on as early as possible. I failed, though. I failed to do that. But now we've got a fair bit more damage going into the champ. Tools of the Trade, Shiv, Strike. Sneak Strike, plus we've got our pen nib, plus we just discarded something, so that was basically free, and ripped through his armor there, which is really nice. For our discard fodder, he's got 13 attack coming at me. I'm going to drop the Bane because I'm weakened. I will block just to eat a bit of that. Throw poison at him. Just to use it, I'll set up my strike. Hopefully I get more out of it next turn, but I don't see myself really getting free of out of his debuffs anytime soon. So I think that my best case scenario is to continuously build up that poison and make sure I've got the energy to do everything I want to do. He cleansed my poison. That's interesting to see. And now he's going to hit me for 44. We'll dagger throw, sack that. I say again that we've got the Fairy in a Bottle, but I'm on 1 health. He's he's a spooky boy. Yeah, he's gonna kill me this this turn, so I might as well try to get in. I straight up don't have the defenses to really do anything about what he's doing. Like, even if I were to throw the blocks and defenses, I'm not gonna live, so I'd rather spend this time in this health and this revive, making sure I'm chunking at him. We're gonna sack unload for free sneak strike, poison him, dagger throw, get rid of the shiv. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of the shiv, because I know the weak isn't gonna change. Oh, it's not gonna change anything. But I have enough poison to kill him. I win. I was 1 health too short to tank that, so I'm really glad I got that kill. I've already got something that's giving me additional relics from non-boss chests. So I'm going to grab this and get an additional relic when I'm fighting elites, which are the kind of the mid-bosses, the fancy skulls. But luckily I get healed to full between rounds, like I said before. Oh goodness. I think I'm going to take this little route here. Yeah, that seemed good enough to start. I'll start by throwing Terror just to get out of my hand. We're at that pen nib pulse again, so I'm gonna throw this for 24. Sacrifice that. Poison our front runner here. Stab that guy to get him out of the way. On death, some of these guys do things. Oh, the guy in the back's got thorns. These ones don't seem to have any immediate effect on me. Oh, and now I have no cards to spend. Let's go ahead and use that. And we'll deal with him with poison so that he doesn't continue hurting us when we attack him. And Corpse Explosion, because I want to. Bang. An Energy Potion, that can get us out of a pinch in a lot of different ways. No, I'm not super sure where this run is going. I don't think we're going to be doing too well. But I don't think we're going to win this tower. I'm not super thrilled with the build I've got. My relics aren't really synergizing. The Twisted Funnel is fantastic. I'm very thrilled to have that. I'm going to set up Corpse Explosion, cripple them all. But I have no block here, so I'm going to take this full damage right to the chin. I guess I'll take that, and I'll just swat at the middle one here. But because we set up Corpse Explosion, I should be able to... I think I've got this one right here, because I think that Corpse Explosion is going to set off and clear the rest of the map. Yeah, there we go. I really like those guys. They synergize well together. They feed off of each other. If you don't kill them all quickly, they don't die. Nothing here is really calling to me immediately. The Bouncing Flask is nice, so I'll pick that up, I suppose. And Artifact to resist when my enemies hit me with status effects. But because we got the shop there, I'm not as fussed about finding one later. I'm gonna go right here and go try to get that mid-boss. See how I do. Caltrops. Defend. And then I'm gonna just huck this. Use Survivor to sacrifice Regret. Poison the middle guy. That has me at my pen nib, so I'm going to kill the middle guy, basically. Setup has nothing to set up, unfortunately, but I'm down a foe, so that's nice. Poison. Neutralize. Strike. And I'll throw the defend to avoid what I can, but again, they're probably going to get me. Flying knee and a strike to finish him. We're down to 15 HP, 16 HP. Skip, nothing there that really interests me. Ooh, transient. I have lost. Terror. Crippling Cloud. I'll set up Bouncing Flask. Poison him. I'll drink my attack potion. And I'll hit him with an all-out attack just so I can have done something to him, you know? But... oh, right. I entirely forgot about their mechanic where you have to hit them and... you're not trying to kill them, you're trying to hit them to reduce the damage they do. Hopefully poison counts towards that. Oh, I entirely forgot about their mechanic. I don't actually have to do his full health and damage, I just need to bully him. But I'm also pretty sure he gets buffed based on the amount of debuff I give him. So that's not the hottest. But it does mean that I almost don't want to block, because I just need to be chunking him. I made a mistake there. Yeah, I should have done that first. Oh well. Does my poison count? My poison does in fact count. Good. I can hopefully keep him woefully underpowered. Dumping 2 for 6 more damage is not worth it here. Ooh. Oh, but I've got the poison, so he's only going to hit me for 2, and he's gone! Yay! I'll grab that another Crippling Cloud, because it goes away when it's used. It's exhaust. Corpse Explosion on the front dagger, so I can at least turn it into a weapon against her. Whack that. But I'm pretty sure this will be the end. Terror on her. Wipe her minions, sneak strike her. I've got nothing to set up. My pen nib's ready for next turn, but she's about to hit me for 30. Poison, poison, stab. But she doesn't appear to be too bothered by my poison. And here she goes. Anyways, thank you so much for joining me for Slay the Spire. I'm not sure too much about how much I'll be recording this game. I just kind of wanted to share it with you guys. I know it's a pretty popular game. I know lots of people know about it. But I also know that there are lots of people who don't. And I think that's a crime. So the Spire is just a great way to occupy your time. Anyways, thank you for your time. Remember to like, follow, and subscribe. And I hope to see you in the next one.